Hello everyone, so obviously you know what I'm here to talk about today. We just got that new Salmon Run trailer, and before I make videos about getting into my opinions on it and what I think it has to do with lore and stuff like that, and predicting Splatoon 3's release date since we got that launch window, I want to give just some like purely objective facts about what we saw from that trailer. And I promise I'll make more opinionated things in a little bit. Like, you believe me, you can't stop me from voicing my opinion no matter how bad it is. But yeah, to just be purely objective, we start off with just Salmon Run is back. This was definitely, I think we can all objectively say, we were all a little bit confused by that, but the confusion starts to fade away the cooler the trailer gets. So we see here that we like ride in on a helicopter now, which is really cool, and actually on one of Nintendo's Twitter accounts, they explained that he got this helicopter because of how much money he was making from Salmon Run in Splatoon 2. So we see a total of 3 new boss salmonids here, and the first one we see is called the fish stick. So to splat the fish stick, you have to wait for him to get down on the ground, plant his little pole, ink the pole, and climb up the pole, which you can probably do easy just by doing a squid surge. I don't know why they didn't show that off in the trailer, but you can swim up him, you shoot all the little small fries, and then boom, you got him dead. The next one to show up is called the Flipper Flopper, and he has a metal helmet that you can't shoot through, and basically he just throws this ring on the ground, and the ring then covers that little area with his ink. And to break the helmet, you need to cover that little ring in your ink, and when he lands on the ground, his helmet will break and you can splat him. And if you fail to do that, he is a one-hit kill. So, you know, like, you see the ring, you better like start inking everything, and you better ink it really fast. So my opinion, which I know I said I wouldn't talk about, but I think the coolest thing is that you can finally throw your eggs. So it does cost a little bit of ink every time you throw the egg, but this is so freaking useful, especially since you can throw the egg into the egg basket yourself. But I can see this being super useful and having to throw to teammates and stuff like that. I do think the best use for it though is when you're in those buzzer beater moments and you're desperately trying to swim over to the basket and you really think you can make it, and then 1 second hits and you already come into physical contact with the net and it closes and you can't get it, and you're just thinking like, are you serious? Especially in those moments when you're just about to hit your quota. But now that you can finally throw it, you're not going to be cheated the same way you used to be. So yeah, this is supposed to be objective, but holy crap, that is the most useful thing they could have added to Salmon Run, and I am so happy that they're finally adding that. So a few smaller details we can actually pick up on are the UI changes, which some of these are cool, and some of these look like this. Now, I guess this can fall into a little bit of opinionated territory, but I think this is objectively the worst rendition of the squid and octo symbols we've seen from Nintendo. Just, I don't know, this is supposed to be objective, but I just cannot stop voicing my opinions on how, oh god, please change this. This is, maybe it's my OCD being bugged that the body proportions are icky, but holy crap, this is nasty. I think the new wheel looks pretty okay. It's cool, it's fine, it does the job. But we actually get to see the new little UI interface for the Crab Special and the Killer Whale 5.1, which, they're okay. They do the job. You know what special you're using. Now, when it comes to bosses, I watched the trailer like 5 times, and I saw all the bosses besides the following, the Goldie and the Mothership, which, those are like both event-based anyway. I mean, sometimes Goldies can show up, and maybe we just didn't see the Goldie in this one because the Goldie wasn't supposed to be there. I think those could both come back, but one that I didn't see, no matter how many times I watched it, was actually the Scrapper, which I could go on and on about this, but I really can't see why they would remove the Scrapper out of all the bosses, unless I missed it. Like, I do have bad eyes, I could have missed it, but I don't think I saw it anywhere there. My only little theory there is that, Nintendo could have just removed it, because it is, like, the most, like, boring boss to fight. Like, you just shoot him a bunch in the front, he breaks, you go around and shoot him in the back. I mean, it's not really the most creative boss they have there. I mean, some of the bosses can be really annoying, but at least they're creative. But, like, yeah, you know, can't find him in there, so if you guys can see him, let me know. You can clown on me in the comments for being blind. The last thing we really see from the trailer is this guy who we're just gonna call the big boy. He's the biggest boy. We know nothing about him. Some things that I kind of inferred from his design is that I think the Salmonids are, he was either trapped by the Salmonids or breaking out of some container. This man is covered in chains. You don't just get covered in chains for no reason. Now, this man is a monster, and yeah, he's kind of scary looking. He's got like golden eggs for eyes. One of the coolest thing I noticed, though, is that his skin looks really similar to the fuzzy ooze, which Salmonids aren't supposed to be affected by the fuzzy ooze, but lore doesn't really matter here anymore. But yeah, I think it's really cool that his skin looks like this. It kind of makes me think that Nintendo wants to link these two somehow. But, like, that's gonna be weird. All we know is this boy is fat, and all I want to do is give him a hug. This man is so big and so powerful that he can just change Splatoon lore by itself. Okay, we've only really got a few things left to cover. One of the things I'd actually like to point out is this is the first time we have actually seen Splatoon 3 gameplay. Like, not as some, like, cinematic shot, but, like, we're actually, like, experiencing this from the player's point of view. Like, we're seeing the UI here, which, the squids and octos are pretty awkward, but, like, this is the first time we're actually seeing, like, full gameplay, and, it's really cool, and I like to see that. It's about time we finally saw some. Also, from the new UI, we see that we only have the this way and booyah options here. I would assume there's going to be a help when you get splatted, but I'm not going to say it. I think we're all thinking the same thing here, so I think it doesn't even need to be said. Finally, though, we actually have finally gotten a released window for when Splatoon 3 is coming out. I really would have rathered it been a date, but you know what? A released window is honestly better than nothing, so you know what? We finally know that Splatoon 3 will come out in summer 2022, which I really hate that it's cold out, because I want to play the funny squid game. Come on, Nintendo. Sooner. I'm just kidding. Last of all, this is kind of more serious. This trailer has been the most divisive Splatoon 3 trailer we've seen so far. And I just want to say to everyone, just respect other people's opinions here. I know there's a lot of questions on, like, lore and stuff right now, like, why is Salmon Run coming back? We got Little Buddy as a friend. And I plan on making videos covering all the shenanigans going on here. And it's okay whatever side you're on. If you think this is the coolest thing in Splatoon 3, that's okay. If you don't understand why Salmon Run's coming back and you don't like it, that is also okay. Just don't go out and witch hunt people. Like, the direct's been over for not even, like, 4 or 5 hours as of recording this, and there are already people just going at each other's heads. Just be nice to one another. Don't do that. Just respect people. Alright, gamers, I think that is it from me for now. I will be having tons of videos coming out on this, because, like, holy crap, it's been so long since we got a Splatoon 3 trailer. But anyways, gamers, that's it from me. See ya.